It is the beginning of a new era for the Nigeria Super Eagles as they welcome a new man to take charge of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Can he do the work? He's actually the first non Nigerian African foreign coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Will the Super Eagles qualify for the 2026 World Cup built to be staged in the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico? Well, I've got a bit of my thoughts to share about the appointment of Eric Shell, the new manager of the Super Eagles. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ayo Olubidako. They call me why Sugar. And well, I would tell you a bit of what I know about the appointment and also raise your hope that, well, hopefully we can get it right this time and the Eagles can qualify against all odds, especially because we are 4 points behind Rwanda, South Africa, and Benin Republic. Not forgetting that Lesotho is ahead of the Super Eagles in that particular group. That is unheard of, unimaginable. But that's the story of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But the NFF, led by Alhaji Ibrahim Musoguso, has appointed Eric Shell, a former Mali coach, as the new coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That was after the technical committee recommended him ahead of others who, they thought they would be good enough also to manage the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He meets the standard that the NFF believe that they want at the time or for now. And so, well, in the news, there are lots of stories about how much it's going to be taking home. Some in the media says about 50,000 US dollars. Some others say maybe about 60,000 euros. So it's in between that particular amount that is, pelted around. And apart from that, another thing that we know should be coming out very soon will be the formulation of the technical crew that will work with Eric Shell to man and run the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We understand that he should be coming with about three different people that will work with him. I understand maybe a goalkeeper's trainer will be part of it. Another person I heard, from the former president of the NFF, Amaj Pinnick, that he's maybe coming with a set piece specialist, and one other person. Of course, there will also be formulation of the backroom staff or the technical crew that will come from Nigeria. I'm not sure yet. It's not confirmed. The NFF has not made it official if Daniel Gumodede, the coach of Remo Stars, will still be left there alongside Fidelis Ilechukwu, who is the coach of Rangers International of Enugu. Both of them have assisted Eguavoen in recent times, to qualify for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations built to be staged later in Morocco this year. So we'll see how that setup would work. Those are very key parts of the reign of Eric Shell as manager of the Super Eagles. Very, very important because it's not just Eric that will be running or manning, the affairs of the Super Eagles. It needs capable hands that, can make these Eagles really fly and win the next 6 games in the group they find themselves for the World Cup qualifiers. It looks impossible, especially when you're playing South Africa, who have renewed vigor and believe in themselves that yes, they did not beat Nigeria at the last Nations Cup in the semi-final, but they've had their pound of flesh in a 1-0 draw earlier, last year. So they believe if we come calling in South Africa, they should slaughter the Eagles. And the Rwandan national team also had a fair share, in the Nations Cup qualifiers where they beat Nigeria and Uyo 2-1. And we will be playing Rwanda also as one of those teams. In fact, as early as March, that will be Eric's first game as coach of the Super Eagles. Fear is palpable and definitely is in the air. Nigerians are afraid because Nigerians, of course, don't love or don't like. Nigerians don't like anything when it comes to losing a game. Nigerians don't like it. Nigeria believes that our national team should win every game because they believe also, and currently, and rightly so too, that Nigeria has the best team when it comes to national men's team in the whole of Africa. And that point is totally very valid because if you look at the last back-to-back Africa Player of the Year, all came from the Super Eagles. In fact, one of them was supposed to also contest, for that particular position. His name Victor Boniface, who did very well playing for Bayer Leverkusen in the German Bundesliga, won the Bundesliga, won the German Cup, and also got to the final of the Europa, and was the top scorer, you know, in the team for Chabi Alonso. Did very well, exceptionally well, but of course, because of one reason or the other, CAF did not include him in the final shortlist of the uh, Player of the Year for this past year. So certainly you have Ademola Lookman who just won it. You have Victor Osimhen who won it the last time in 2023. So certainly if you look at the setup of the Super Eagles, you definitely say the best team in Africa definitely is Nigeria. So we should be part of it. We should have what it takes to win the next 6 games against teams that are not as highly ranked as us on the FIFA ranking, teams that cannot sit where we sit, teams that we cannot mention their name when they call the name Nigeria, in the same sentence. So that's the belief of every Nigerian who, by the way, is a coach, and can tell you everything you want to know tactically, technically. And that's, I believe, from the stands on the streets, at the newspaper stand, and so on and so forth. So definitely the man's job is totally well cut out, and he knows that. Well, he should know. I'm sure he should have been getting the vibes already from what Nigerians are already saying. People already joking about his reaction after Mali crashed out of the last Nations Cup. People calling him names already, Shell, Shele, that's normal Nigerian thing, So definitely he should be feeling it already. And he should know what job he has taken, the most difficult job on the planet. And that would be coaching Nigeria Super Eagles. And well, we'll just wish him the very best. I wish him the best. I know that me, like I said, I believe in the Super Eagles, of course, always a fan first before being anything, So I hope that the Super Eagles will turn up, every match day. I hope that they get all the support. The NFL does their best, to ensure that the Super Eagles soar, in all the games they're going to be playing, no mistakes, from the logistics they need to get ready to the allowances that the players need to get, to the pitches that we're going to be using, to the atmosphere around the team, and everything needs just to be spot on and right this time. And we need to be on that plane to the United States of America. Everything needs to be rounded up in October. And the NFF is here to come out with an official statement as to, the number of years Eric will be in charge of the Eagles for. Obviously, I'm sure he will take the team to the Nations Cup in December. That's in Morocco. Then, of course, we should have qualified hopefully for the World Cup then because I'm sure it's going to wrap it up in October. So we'll see how it pans out, for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We'll see how it pans out for Eric Shell, who is going to be taking the biggest job of his life after coaching the Eagles of Mali. And, well, expectations are very high. Because 22 games with the Malian national team, both with the Chan team and, of course, the main team he eventually took over. He had 22 games, won 14, lost 4, and drew 3. So, well, we that's not a bad start. And a lot of people saw how his team set up, at the last AFCON, and they did very well. Just missed out qualifying for the last 4 stage after losing to eventual winners and champions and hosts Cote d'Ivoire. And I understand he should be in Nigeria very soon. You should also visit the China team because I understand the NFF president, Alaji Ibrahim Luso, said in a recent interview that anybody they are going to be given the job would also man fully the Chan national team. So that means that Eric would be visiting soon, and that means that he would also go straight to Ikene, where the team, the Chan Eagles, are camping at the moment, and of course see and supervise what the coaches are doing, Ogumodede and of course, Ilechuku, then of course start preparing to invite the players that will prosecute the games in March. That's the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. By now, I'm sure he's already working, looking at his list because you have to prepare that list and it should be ready before the end of the month or hopefully in February, at this early February, ahead of the March qualifiers. So I'm sure we could see the possibilities of fresh invites, coming from Eric. We don't know who will be the first freshly invited player that has not made the cut the last year. Maybe we invite somebody new. We don't know yet what his plans are. We don't know his philosophy. If he's going to maintain the kind of philosophy we saw him, use. Uh, of course, being manager of the Eagles of Mali, they played fantastic football. They defeated Nigeria in one of the friendly matches. Also, clean game. They beat Nigeria. They played very well. And he was in charge of it. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm sure your mind is up like mine, but we don't enter this situation before Eric come on board. We had 4 games and we blew it. 3 points in 4 games, so it's never been heard of. That's it's never been heard of that Nigeria started that way. In a World Cup or in any qualifier whatsoever in recent times. So let's see how it goes, and let's see how if we can gather this and turn things around. I hope that everything turns around. Everybody will believe and hope that the Super Eagles qualify for the World Cup. Well, that's just what I think in total summary about Eric Shell's or Chill, Eric Chill, Eric Shelley. Eric, okay. Wish the Super Eagles all the best, and definitely we'll be here again to give you more information about the national team of Nigeria and other news, that erupts in the world of Nigerian football. Just before I go, I just remember Zaidi Sanusi is back in action after about a year. It was off for a year, so now he's back. So certainly competition back in that left wing back position for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Well, that's it from me, AY Sugar, 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 Sugar. I'll see you in another video. Don't forget to turn on the notification, subscribe to my channel, and of course, click the like button. Bye.